Assalamualaikum, we are from Group 3, want to present our lab presentation. We have chosen experiment 4 and the title of the experiment is Electrical Resistance and Ohm's Law. The purpose of this experiment to determine the resistance of several resistors by applying Ohm's Law. Ohm's law can be used to identify the relationship between voltage, current, and resistance in DC electrical circuit, discovered by German physicist named George Ohm. Ohm's law states that the current that flows in a circuit is directly proportional to the voltage. The formula is shown on the screen, which is V equals to IR.
In this experiment, the current flowing through a resistor will be measured as the voltage across the resistor is varied. A resistor is conductor whose function in Ohm's law. Electrical resistance is measured in units called ohms.
So there will be hypothesis in this experiment. The higher the voltage, the higher the amount of current will be. This is because there will be more power distributed throughout the series circuit due to the fact of a higher voltage.
So this is stimulation for experimental design for Ohm's law. First thing first, you need to set up the circuit like in this diagram by using ammeter, voltmeter, resistor, rheostat, and power supply. Next, you need to connect all your wires like this. Rheostat to voltmeter, voltmeter to ammeter, and ammeter to power supply, and resistor. Okay, but don't forget to set up your rheostat at position 1. And then close the switch and read the voltage and current on the meters and record the data. But the data in this simulation is not accurate because it is only example. Then after it is done, change the position of rheostat for 2 to 8. You need to change this, okay? And collect the data for each reading of different position of rheostat. Next, compare and analyze the data collected into a table and graph. Thank you.
So next, I'll explain about the observation because the procedure and material I have explained in experimental design. In observation, we can see the data that we have recorded from the experiment, which is the reading of voltmeter and ammeter. We need to calculate the resistance, which is voltage over current. For example, for position of rheostat 1, we get the voltage is 0.44 and current 0.2, and we calculate the resistance 0.44 over 0.2. We can get 2.2. So, you need to do the rest using the same calculation for all the position of rheostat. After that, you need to plot the graph voltage against current, and you get the graph is directly proportional. For conclusion, from this experiment, based on the data collection, the higher the voltage, then the higher the current. The current will still rise as the voltage rises, as long as there is no resistance even whether the resistance remains the same. So, Ohm's law is confirmed in this experiment because the voltage is directly proportional to the current.
Problem solving. The question is, the heating element of an iron operates at 110 voltmeter with a current of 15 ammeter. What is the resistance of the iron and the power dissipated by the iron? Okay, the data has been given for voltage and for voltmeter and ammeter. We can get from this question. Okay, first thing first, we need to calculate the resistance by applying Ohm's law. V equal to IR. We insert the data in this equation and we can get R equals to 7.3 ohms. For the next question is the power dissipated by the ion is calculated as we use the equation P equal to VI. We need to insert the data and we can get the power is 1650 watt. That's all.
There are examples of Ohm's law application in daily life, such as conventional domestic fans. We can control the speed of the fans at our homes by moving the regulator. Here, the current flowing through the fan is controlled by regulating the resistance through the regulator. Secondly, electric kettles and irons. The electric kettle and irons have a lot of resistors in them. The resistors limit the amount of current to flow through them to provide the required amount of heat. The size of resistors used in them is determined by using Ohm's law. Lastly, design of electric devices. The electronic devices such as laptop and mobile phones require a DC power supply with the specific current. Many devices need a certain amount of current and voltage to operate. Ohm's law tells us the amount of resistance we need to establish a certain current with a certain amount of voltage.